Dun dun dun! The Closet of Doom. Today, my goal is to tackle this closet because I have been hiding some fabrics and things in there that I haven't needed yet, but I need to get to. Craft season is starting, and I need to get to my fall and my Christmas fabrics, and they are hiding in this closet. And you know things are bad when I can't even get in there without moving things around. So first, let's move this basket. I'm going to slide the trash can out of the way. Alright, here it comes. The Closet of Doom. It has a bit of everything. All the things that I didn't need right away got shoved in here when we moved in. The tub on the bottom is full of Christmas fabrics. The next one is my fall and Halloween. Then moving up, Christmas wouldn't fit all in the tub it was in, so that's more Christmas. More fall, Easter. I think that's more Christmas, Valentine's, and in the corner is 4th of July. So they all need to come out of here, and hopefully they will wind up going in some of my storage over here. My goal is to take this tower and take all of these things off to be sorted through. These are all projects that have been stalled for a very long time that I need to examine and see what's in. This is all fabrics for a vintage quilt I'm working on, made with vintage handkerchiefs, napkins, all kinds of cute embroidered items. So that is a project I am hoping to do soon. These are patterns that I have done, want to do, saved forever, that I need to go through and see if they are actually on my to-do list or that the paper just needs to go away. And on the very bottom, move around, is my white featherweight in its case, right here. And that is going to go in my basement, where I have set up a second sewing area with my long arm, and I have got my black featherweight down there, so this white one is going to join the black one down there. And then that is the Shelf of Doom that I'm not going to deal with today, but maybe once I deal with some of these items, they can be fitted onto the Shelf of Doom for later. And we'll see how far and how much progress I can make with it. So to begin this process, I pulled all of those paper copies of patterns out, put them in a laundry basket, and that's where I'm going to get started cleaning that shelf off. Okay, so I've gone through my basket with all the tubs and things I had, and I have sorted through all my patterns. So going over here, I've now got 3 empty boxes and a mostly empty container here. This container has my license plates in it, and then I have a couple of patterns in here that I'm saving. This is the stack of patterns that I'm keeping. So these are patterns I have decided that I probably will make again, or I still want to make. So these I will keep. Here is a set of miniature patterns that I got. I have one of these stands, like you see in this picture, and I have most of the months of the year here. And I want to go through, I started making some of these, and I haven't finished with them. I had these notebooks. This one has just regular quilt ideas, and then the bottom one has like holiday ideas, quilts, and different things in it. I sorted through, I had boxes and boxes of magazines, and I sorted through and pulled out only the magazines I wanted to keep. Only the patterns out of the magazines I wanted to keep. And I sorted through them and put them in these binders. So there are patterns and patterns and patterns in here that I thought, oh, I like these. I'd like to try these. I want to keep them. So I sorted through these binders and made them in 2014 is what most of these quilts. This one's from 2013. Let's see if I can find another date. 2013, 2014. And that was the last time I touched these binders. I got them thinking I would use them for ideas. I went through the binders and I am keeping 2 of the patterns. That one and this one. And that is it. Out of those 2 big binders that I spent hours and hours working on when I sorted through the magazines, 2 quilt patterns is all I'm keeping. So I'm adding those into this stack over here. Then in my bins, I had all of these bought patterns. These are all patterns that I had wonderful intentions and thought that I would make, never have, and they're patterns that are still in good shape, but I'm just not going to make them. Then I have the laundry basket. Any pattern that I have on digital form, any pattern I've made and will not make again that I had made a copy of, I am trashing. So these are all going to go into my recycling. It's an entire laundry basket full of paper that I'm going to get rid of. So these are all patterns that I still have on digital form and can go back and remake if I like, but I don't need to keep all the paper copies of these. I will be using the digital copies, and if I need to, I can print it out again. So instead of saving bins and bins and bins of space and boxes that I'm keeping up with, I'm going to just have the digital file on my computer and not have to deal with all of this paper. So I have reduced the entire basket I had with all of these bins and all these patterns, and I'm pretty sure everything is going to fit into this one bin now. Let's see what I can do here. As you can see, these are the ones that I'm keeping. And now I have one bin. And then I also need to put these in. Still, everything into one bin. And then I probably will post these either on Facebook Marketplace or on eBay to try to sell. Or if that doesn't work, I'll probably find a local sewing group that would like to have them and do those. I will also probably donate those binders because they still have beautiful quilt patterns in them with the directions and the pictures. They're just quilts I'm not going to make, and I don't need to keep up with all of this paper anymore. So I'm down from 1, 2, 3, 4 bins, 2 binders, plus all the loose stuff I had on that shelf in my sewing room, down to not even a full basket now. Hopefully, I can start pulling some stuff out of my closet of doom to start going on those empty shelves now. I decided that the next step I needed to do was remove everything from that closet that needed to go somewhere else. I have extra sewing machines. I had more patterns to sort through. It just is a mess. So I pulled all the things out that didn't need to be there and decided that the empty boxes I had in storage elsewhere needed to go in there. So that's where they went. These were the original boxes that my sewing machine and my serger came in that for some reason I just have to keep. Next up comes all those project bins. I don't even remember what's in them, so I'm going through each one and see if there's something that I want to keep and continue to work on, or is it pieces and bits that I just need to let go. There was some of both in here, and I was able to let go of a few things that have just been hanging around for years, and others I'm going to be able to kickstart them and move them into that new area in my basement with the long arm that you guys will get to see in just a few weeks. Boy, this is a lot of forgotten projects, but I sure am looking forward to some of these that I have forgotten. Lost blocks, extra blocks, all those half square triangles. It's going to be a lot of fun doing our projects with these. Here comes that pink bin with all those beautiful vintage linens. Here's just a sampling of some of the ones that are in there. I can't wait to get started on a quilt with all of these beautiful items. Now that I've got this shelf mostly cleared off, I'm going to start moving things out of the closet to try to get them on the shelves. So I moved the small bins off, and I'm going to start with the Halloween and fall and see if I can get those onto the shelf and see how much room it takes up. Trying my best to get all these fabrics in that one tower section, but as hard as I try, they're just all not fitting. So I've got to slide over and work on another section and try to empty that to make more room. From time to time, you'll see me find items that I'm taking out into the hallway. Here's some Christmas panels that just don't belong in this area. I will move them downstairs with my long arm and into the new area I'm creating downstairs, which I hope to reveal to you guys in a few weeks. The final reveal for the Closet of Doom. Dun dun dun. A clean floor and a small shelf with all the leftovers. So there's a spot for the quilts, for the future projects. A spot to put my serger. Those patterns that need to be gone through. Organized patterns and future projects. My empty boxes for my machines. My coats. And my sewing machine case. With room to spare. The Closet of Doom is no longer a Closet of Doom. Now, still not happy with the situation, but at least I have all of my holiday fabrics that I need to get to available for me, especially the Halloween, fall, Thanksgiving, Christmas for the upcoming craft show season that I need to get to. So, Closet of Doom. Success.
What will you get to do today? Stitched anew means to repair or create something in a fresh or new way. It combines the literal act of sewing with the figurative idea of a complete restart or renewal. Thank you from Stitched Anew. Please like and subscribe.